Hey, everybody. That's I self-identifies as a Hesbo. How's it going? Welcome to Hesby Street. The things that I want you to know are you're listening to Hesby Street. You must subscribe on YouTube, podcast supply app,
Oh, we're actually not working with Podcast Supply app anymore.
and on Clubhouse. You guys are on Clubhouse, right?
No. Had a huge falling out with Clubhouse.
All right. So just wherever you find Hesby Street things, subscribe.
Instagram at
Instagram at
Hesby Street
I was
Pod.
getting to
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram, the most important of all, because there's clips and reels, videos, in other words, that you can see us talking and listening.
Sometimes photos.
So, occasionally photographs, but it's so rare. So here's what you... All right, so the other things, it's me. I'm here. And you also need to know that you have to patronize us on patreon.com/Hesby Street. Please. No, please.
No.
Now.
You're doing great.
Yeah, subscribe, please now. However you want to hear it. And
sorry, Torio.
Oh, and Torio, if you're listening to this, I know you are. I'm sorry about that intro, man.
He's going to hate it. He's going to take his own life. Because he edits every pod.
Yeah.
So he's going to
He's just going to cut that out.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes I'll listen to the podcast, but every time you guys are like, all right, the beginning part, I skip ahead 15 seconds.
You got to be kidding me. Tony, it's the meat of the order.
That's what I've been saying.
It's the heart and
I don't
soul of the
know.
pod.
That was because I'm like, why do we need an intro?
You need an intro.
And then nobody was on my side.
No, you need an intro because if I skip ahead, I'm going to skip over content.
But
Unless
you
you have an intro.
Right, but you only start skipping when you start hearing the intro.
I skip it. Every podcast I listen to, I skip ahead.
Well, I think it's our way of letting advertisers, like people who want ads, know, like, hey, man, it's like a billboard that's like, this could be you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wouldn't you love eyes on this right now?
Right.
So that's kind of our beacon.
Right.
And has that worked yet?
It's worked. Yeah.
Yeah?
Some people are intrigued.
So every time I see one of those ads, it's like advertise here, like your ad here.
Yeah.
I think about it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I really do. There are people in LA who make like really low budget ones. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
It's like the Tony Zavala interview hour.
That would
And
be
it'll
low
like,
budget.
It would be extreme. Tony, it doesn't exist.
I'd put everything I have into that goddamn interview hour.
And you think that would make it high budget?
Yeah. Well, for one episode, it would be my opening/closing episode extravaganza.
Okay. And it would be a high budget production. We're just going to sit in your truth.
Well, we could start a Patreon.
You're going to have to, man.
I would get Brad Pitt
To do what?
to be interviewed.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd interview Brad Pitt? What
I
would you ask him?
I'd be like, Brad, baby.
Okay. I hope you're paying him a lot to call him Brad Baby.
I'd say, Brad, baby, listen. When should we expect the end of your life?
And then you hold up a pool of celebrity deaths.
Yeah.
In a Sharpie.
Yeah, because I think it's a little early, 2021, but I want to be ahead of the curve. I'm in the keeper league for fantasy deaths.
You can't ask weird questions in an interview with a celebrity without anyone thinking you're ripping off Between Two Ferns.
Is that a weird question? It's a very weird question. You're right, but this is also obviously he's not going to agree.
Brad won't agree?
He's not going to agree to my interview.
Oh, I thought...
And
yeah.
even if in the off chance that he did, as soon as I asked that question, he would discontinue the interview.
So let me get this straight. You're starting this show, and you're going to take it on yourself to contact Brad Pitt.
I will contact him.
Yourself?
I will get my message out there. I'm gonna. Yeah,
I hope whatever Tony you think you are comes out soon. Man.
I've seen the movie Nightcrawler. I could paparazzi him. I could be a paparazzo.
Not a Brad Pitt movie.
No. But I learned from that how to get in contact with celebrities, extort them with my paparazzo evidence, photographic evidence.
Okay. Well, that would definitely get you a high budget show. Extort your way to the top.
Yeah.
I would try their Gmail first.
Brad Pitt at Gmail?
Brad Pitt at Gmail.
Is
And
there
then Brad Pitt 1
Joe,
at Gmail.
just BCC all of them.
Yeah.
Joe Mandy had a joke like that in his special where he's like shooting hoops with Blake Griffin. Like, I'm trying to get eyes on my comedy special. And Blake's like, man, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to email Steven Spielberg. He's like, you have Steven Spielberg's email? Something like that. And he's like, yeah, I don't, but it's probably Steven Spielberg at gmail.com. And Blake Griffin's like, it doesn't work like that. And then he goes, what's your email? And he goes, Blake Griffin at gmail.com.
There's got to be a bradpitt.com. So I'd email. My first would be Brad at bradpitt.com.
There's probably someone just squatting on bradpitt.com waiting for
That's
the
true.
money to
Yeah,
roll
it is
in.
like the first one you get.
Mhm.
I'd like to
celebrity.
squat on bradpitt.com.
You and do what? Someone did that to the Dallas Cowboys one year when I was in high school. They forgot to renew their URL membership fee, and someone immediately bought DallasCowboys.com. They're like, shit.
What
All
should
right,
we
name
buy
your
right
price.
now?
I would like to go back and buy Redskins.com for the day that they come crawling back. The Washington football team.
Damn.
You don't think they still have it?
Yeah, they probably still have it.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting.
So
rid
your
of it.
accountant's going through your yearly expenses. Like, what's this $25 a year for Redskins.com?
Yeah, they still have it.
Oh, they still have it?
They probably do. Because I remember when they changed to football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the announcement on Redskins.com.
What'd you do, Em?
What would I do?
Yeah, URL.
Oh.
What are you jumping on?
Well, it's got to be something that's not like somebody who's not popular yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would love to get EmilyCatalano.com.
Yeah.
If anybody has it out there, let me know.
She's too popular, man.
Yeah.
You're doomed.
Yeah.
You got to think ahead. You do have to think ahead where
but-
it's going to trend. Like, I would maybe go
Brawny.
Bronny James.
BronnyJames.com.
That's pretty good.
Oh, the LeBron's child.
I don't think that's enough in the future. I'm going JustinBieberJr.com. Yeah. Because he's going to want his son to be a celebrity also named Justin Bieber. I'm betting on that. Betting the farm.
Yeah.
What about spacetravel.com?
Space.
Because people are going to start traveling to space.
Right.
So you need like, I don't want to go to space. Space travel.
Kayakspace.com.
Kayak space.
Because Kayak will come running for that.
Well, they'll probably just do kayak.com/space.
Fuck.
You're just calling them like, I'm waiting. I hope I have your attention. And they're like, yeah, we don't need kayakspace.com. What about aretheycanceled.com?
Ooh,
An encyclopedia.
right.
That's more of my invention than a
Yeah, you
Squatting
and Chris Knatzer had a game show.
That's right.
Show, a live show, a comedy show, but it was like a game show incorporated.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
That was fun.
I hope you bring it back. But one of your games was really funny to me. It was alive, dead, or canceled.
Yeah.
And you just like had a celebrity name,
Yeah.
and the audience had to guess whether they were alive, dead, or canceled.
Yeah. And then
It was
they'd win a
really hard.
prize. It was hard.
Yeah.
He made them. This was all Chris, by the way. Chris did all the game show parts, and then we would have stand-up comics go up and just do regular stand-up between. And to kind of break up the monotony, Chris would do. He worked so hard on these game show bits, but they were too good. So the first show we did, like no one could win anything. He's just holding these prizes that he imagined throwing to the crowd. And he had one that was like a Tupac quote, or is it Who Said It, Tupac or Donald Trump?
Yeah.
That was really good. I haven't talked to Chris in a while. I should hit him up.
What do you think about, is Chris alive, dead, or canceled?
Yeah.
He's got to be alive and canceled.
Oh. So you could be both? You could be two or more?
You could be two or more. Because
Yeah,
some
that was
people
like
are
a trick question.
Yeah, some people are dead and canceled.
Right. Like Columbus.
Columbus is dead and canceled,
Yeah.
except unless you're Italian.
My boy,
Your boy?
Christopher Columbus, he's canceled?
Come get your boy. He's done.
Come get your boy, man.
Torio said that they removed the Columbus statue from Coit Tower in San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was one there.
I guess at the top there's a used to be. A Columbus statue.
At the top. Nobody gets to the
At
top.
the top of Coit Tower.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there. There was a famous one I saw in Las Ramblas or La Rambla in Madrid, or no, Barcelona.
Okay.
No,
I don't know the first part you said. La Rambla.
yeah, it's a famous street that goes out to the water. I think it's Barcelona.
Okay.
And it's Columbus pointing west,
Mm.
being like there. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of a cool statue before I knew about all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like, well,
very
that's cool. He's like pointing west.
Yeah.
The idea, his proposal to the Spanish, royal family.
It's a very ominous point.
Yeah.
Depending on.
I may have said this on the pod before, but did you know that he never admitted, he was so prideful that he never admitted that he fucked up and that it wasn't India. So when people would be like, man, we can't wait to go back to the new world. And he'd be like, what new world? India. We're going back to India. And they're like, all right, man.
Typical man.
I know, dude. Never asking for directions, never admitting guilt.
Yeah.
Killing people.
Killing
So
people.
then you could call it. They'd be like, all right, we're gonna go to India, but then when we come back after that, we're going to real India.
Right. We're going to the other side of India, and they all wink at each other. Yeah, he was a fucked up dude. His mom is from like my family's tiny village in Italy, and she's the pride of the village. No one else famous came from there.
Wait, who?
Christopher Columbus's mom.
Came from your mom's?
No, my dad's Italian
from your
village.
dad. Okay.
Columbus's mom.
I heard village
His
and I just
dad.
thought of your mom.
Villager. That's fair.
Yeah.
She's got village tendencies.
Sorry, what did you say?
Columbus's mom.
Yeah. Stacked, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Ba-pow, ba-pow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hottie.
Italians do it right with their bodies.
Nice, man. Nice landing. You really stuck that. Really stuck that landing.
Good bodies, Italians.
Nice.
That was hot.
You guys are both Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm part.
And despite popular opinion, I'm not Italian.
Yeah,
I get that all the time.
that's weird. Yeah, you seem Italian.
I seem Italian. My name's Tony.
Zavala, Catalano, and Chapaloni. It feels like someone just like plugged our heritages into a computer that guessed what our names are.
Yeah.
It's like we all have American first names and like very Euro sounding last names.
Well, my name is European.
Whoa. Oh my God, this checks out.
My name is European.
Speaking to the mic.
It's European, but yeah, Tony is like kind of a Europe name.
It is kind of one, yeah.
It's kind of a Europe name.
Yeah, I would say it's 100% a Europe name.
Yeah.
Europe.
European.
O Europe.
Europe. You gotta pronounce every vowel, otherwise you're being insensitive.
Europe.
European. Or we're canceled, I think.
Yeah, we're definitely European because we're canceled.
Call us European because we don't care how we talk. You gotta deal with this. Italy won today.
Yeah, we've been watching the Euro
Definitely.
2020 in 2021.
Yeah, it's still called
Is
Euros
it?
2020.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so
Behind the times.
manly that
Yeah.
they're
They're
not
gonna
admitting
Get with the
that they're in the
times.
wrong year.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, it's 2020. What did we say?
Is there a
That's what it is.
Is there a female
we weren't
Euro
late.
that's like we're gonna be 2021? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It's so dumb. Every announcer has to say Euro 2020.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that once. It's weird. I guess I just
That is
spaced
weird.
it out.
So Italy are in. You guys must be so proud.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not as Italian as I. Like, I'm not that Italian. DNA
I
wise.
think I'm more Spanish than Italian, but I
Really?
don't know. I've never taken
Catalan.
anything,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the thing. In Spanish, it's Catalan.
Right.
And in Italian, it's Catalano.
Yeah, it's probably the person from Catalan.
Yeah.
There was a famous architect who helped design like a lot of the Moorish like forts, and he was from England. He was like a expat or banished, from England, and he somehow found his way on the shores of North Africa. And his name was he was like a respected architect there, and his name was Ahmed Niglezi, which is like Ahmed the English. They're like, we're gonna call you Ahmed, and your last name's the English guy. So it's like a famous like architect that helped design the forts and castles.
That's fine. We watched the Truman Show.
Oh yeah,
on 4th of July.
classic.
Yeah, his name is Truman Burbank.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the world that he's in is built like right over Burbank, and like North Hollywood is like right where Hesby Street was.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know that?
They showed a map.
Oh.
Yeah.
They kind of like zoom out of this big sound stage, and it's just like encompassed almost the entire San Fernando Valley.
So we could be Hesby Street as seen on the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a credit.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's been on Hesby Street,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
You really got to think about it. Like, you have to imagine an artificial neighborhood.
Follow me on this logical journey.
Yeah, now we got to cheer for England tomorrow.
That's right. It's coming home.
You're cheering for England?
I'll cheer for England. I really, I'm not a huge soccer fan, or like my family isn't. I guess the Moroccans are. Mm-hmm. My Moroccan cousins, they like Barcelona, and this Moroccan team called We Dead.
We did.
We Dead. There's We Dead and there's Raja, and they do not. They're like the Bloods and the Crips.
Mm-hmm.
So if I jokingly be like Raja, they're like, hey.
No.
No, not here. No, we're We Dead.
Do they come together though and play for the national team?
I don't think they qualify. They might not be good enough.
Oh.
I think a lot of the Moroccan national. I mean, maybe some of them, but because it's just Casablanca. It's a Casablanca club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the Moroccan national team, a lot of Moroccans are in like Europe.
I watch.
Yeah.
They play for like the good clubs.
Right.
I watch AFCON sometimes, and I can't remember ever seeing Morocco play.
Yeah, they hosted it once,
Oh, they did?
or it was called like it wasn't the Super League, but it was something like that years ago, and it was like a Champions League type of tournament.
Oh, okay. So AFCON's like the Euros, but for Africa.
Yeah, no, this was like Barcelona. Oh, maybe it was AFCON that they hosted.
Could be.
Yeah,
But
I wonder who's. Well, we don't need to talk about this on the pod. They're like, yeah, can you guys run down who's promising in the AFCON?
Fast forward.
Yeah. They're like, play that intro again. That was fun.
yeah.
But I don't feel connected to my Italian heritage, so I'll cheer for like England.
Oh yeah.
Like if Morocco was in some sort of thing, I feel like I'd cheer for them.
Yeah.
But Italy, I've never been. I don't really know like Italians in my family. They're all like, Americanized. But like Morocco, it's weird. I have like my DNA came out to a little more Moroccan than anything else. Mm-hmm. And my mom is convinced that like DNA, which it could be true, but like we're not born with it. Like it's malleable. Like our developmental years can shift like the tiny percentage of what genes like hang on. And it sounds, it's like some out there voodoo bullshit, but
yeah,
which is what I call any of my mom's opinions.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds completely antithetical to the idea of what DNA is.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like you just have it.
Yeah.
It's not nurture.
Right.
It's nature, boy.
I mean, I can say that, but like, there's mutations, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
You're a
Do
mutant.
genes mutate? But that would
Genes do mutate.
So DNA is all right. Here's what we're gonna
DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid.
do. Correct. 1 point.
Okay.
True or false? DNA mutates.
DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. I'd say true. I think it mutates because I'm a big X-Men Ninja Turtles guy, and those can't be based on nothing.
Right. But they need to like.
I think you do
Nuclear
need some
waste.
sort of ooze. I think you need a secretive ooze.
Right. So that's what your mom meant.
Yeah, she was like, maybe you have like Secret of the Ooze. You ever see that Ninja Turtles 2?
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze?
Yeah.
Classic. Raph was very witty. And Master Splinter would punish them by making them do backflips against a wall.
I
He'd
don't
be
remember
like,
that part.
he'd go, boys.
Yeah.
What? They'd like be like fighting or roughhousing. Hey, to the wall. 10 black backflips. 10 gainer flips. And then they'd just be like, oh, man.
Yeah.
And then they go and they just perfectly flip.
Growing up, were you like, I wish someone would discipline me?
No, I mean, I guess, like, not until I hit puberty. Well, I guess that was a different kind of discipline.
Because I feel like that's in like a lot of like little kids movies is like discipline.
Yeah.
Especially we grew up with like 3 ninjas.
Yep. Boys. Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Karate
It's just
Kid.
like
Yeah.
there's a little part like when we would like play pretend, like me and my cousins.
Yeah.
We'd like pretend we were like in a strict orphanage, like our parents were dead. It was just like stuff that we just saw in movies.
Right.
That I remember like pretending that.
You were coming from nothing.
Yeah, we were like, we gotta run away from this bad orphanage.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'd like borrow movie plots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I mean, I think I did crave a little discipline. Well, I would think about manners, and my family wasn't like a manners family, like elbows off the table, chew with your mouth closed.
Right.
I learned that from other people's
Yeah.
families, and then I'd be like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, you have chores, you know, but like my family, like we did stuff, but we didn't like call it chores, you know, just like, "Hey, can you empty the dishwasher?" Or like, "Can you sweep the driveway?" But I'd be like, "Oh, I gotta do my chores," you know. It was like I
Yeah.
was like forcing this language into our home. Because to me, that was like the American upbringing. And I would say sir and ma'am. And my parents would be like, dude, stop doing that. It's weird. But I saw it on like Leave It to Beaver or something or like Happy Days. Nick and Knight really taught me how to be a man.
How impersonal, though. Call your mom ma'am.
Oh, I called her sir. It took me a while to catch on to the rules. Did I tell you about we got in a cab and there was a guy that just thought sir meant like a sign of respect? Sweet old Indian guy, and he kept calling Elizabeth sir the whole way home. She was kind of like, does he think I'm a man? She would go even higher pitch than she normally talked. Yeah, so it's like right up here. Oh, please guide me, sir. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I wish I could call ladies sir. Because,
You can.
no, because sometimes, you know, when you have like service or something, like a server or a bartender or whatever, I usually say thank you, sir. You know,
Me
when
too.
they give us stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not cool to like call a lady ma'am.
No.
I used to thank you, ma'am, for that beer. Doesn't.
Right. Well, you're supposed to say, in my hospitality experience,
Yeah.
miss.
Thank you, miss.
I can help you right here, miss. Because you say ma'am and they go, don't call me. Am I really a ma'am? And you're like, dude, I mean fucking lady right there.
Right.
You know, like no one's thinking age. You're just thinking sir, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at one of the salad lunch places I worked at. You'd call the customer up. I can help you right here, sir, or I can help you right here, miss. And there were 2 instances where it was a like a lesbian woman who looked very masculine, and one, oh, never mind. One was not lesbian. She was just a woman who happened to look masculine. So this guy went, I can help you right here, sir, and she went, why does everyone keep calling me sir? And she stormed out, and he was like, ran out to be like, can I just please come back and I'll make you a salad for free? Like I feel terrible about it. And she's like, no, it's okay. And just ran away. But then there was this other lady who would always come in who was like a lesbian and kind of like growing out her like little mustache a little bit. And she would always wear a suit. And the person working next to me was like, I can help you right here, sir. And I looked and I was like, and I saw her go, all right.
Yeah.
She was like, hell yeah. So that one turned out a little better.
Yeah, I bet they don't even, like in San Francisco, they probably don't teach that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
To say that, they're just like, don't say anything.
Dude, I mean, now it's like you may be fired.
Mm-hmm.
There's a skating group that Elizabeth used to belong to when she had more free time called Girl Swirl. And they're based out on the west side, like Santa Monica, Venice. And it just started as a group of girls that like want to skateboard. And they're like empowering women. Like, let's meet up. Let's skate it like in the early evening and into the night. And we'll skate together. So we're not afraid of like, you know, guys coming up next to you and like wanting to hook up or, you know, try to like harass you. And so she loved it. It was like, this is really cool. And I feel like so empowered. And this is such a cool like women's thing. And now they're in trouble for like their gender charged language for being called Girl Swirl. And I guess they tried to, there might be other stuff involved, but I think they made one of those like generic, like queer friendly posts of like, we stand with all, you know, people, all genders. And then that whole community is like, this seems fake. this post. You haven't shown us love and respect, and I've heard some horror stories. But then someone wrote, you could at least apologize. And I'm like reading through the comments like, what did they do? Mm-hmm. And then someone wrote, well, for starters, you could change the name, take out the girl in Girl Swirl, and just be Swirl. But it's like, it started as a group for women. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't think it's, again, I'm a guy, but it doesn't feel exclusive for a women's group to like, the idea originated as a safe spot for women. And now that they're expanding their belief and acceptance and understanding of gender, do they have to change the name that they started with? You know? Do you think they should?
I mean, I don't think so, but
yeah,
I know people can be like really sensitive about it as long as they're not like rejecting people who want to join. Like,
right.
And I don't think they would.
If there are
like,
issues
I know
there.
If they're like Elizabeth, like if a boy wanted to join, they'd be like, sure, if you want to feel safe with us.
Yeah.
Or if whatever.
Yeah.
However you identify, and if you want a safe space.
Yeah.
And if you're like, I don't think the name is the problem. I think it's like how you accept people into the group.
I agree 100%. Like changing the name doesn't feel necessary. I don't think it implies exclusion. I think it's more like a group for the group that doesn't have a group. You know what I mean? Like skating is like, there's like very like male kind of charged culture.
Like I think like, I don't know, Girl Scouts, do they get in trouble for calling themselves Girl Scouts?
Ooh, I wonder if they changed.
Or Boy Scouts?
Yeah.
Like, because I know girls are allowed in Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
I think boys are allowed in Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever you identify as.
Yeah. Cub Scouts is what you do before you're a Boy Scout, I think. It's called Cub Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
But what about White Sox Scouts?
But I think, like, I think as, like, groups or newer groups are formed, it'll probably become, like, not a gender exclusive name.
Yeah. It just sucks because Girl Swirl's catchy.
Right.
Yeah.
Swirl sounds kind of gross and like oddly sexual and like offensive.
What?
Yeah, I don't like swirl.
You don't like
It reminds
swirl?
me of like an alcoholic drink that sounds yummy.
What alcoholic drink has the word swirl in it?
There's one in like San Jose where it's like a it's like a froze swirl,
It's
you
like a
know,
slushy with
slushy.
booze.
It'll
Okay.
fuck you up.
That's like
Yeah, it's cool.
it's cooler.
It's
because
pretty girly.
It doesn't have the word girl in it.
Yeah, I guess they could go with person torsion.
Torsion, like contortion, swirling.
No, I think torsion is like twisting.
Oh, torsion.
Yeah, person torsion.
Yeah, what rhymes with person? That would
Person cursing.
person
Person.
Yeah. So we say fuck you, but like the you
very
is really no one.
Yeah. Yeah, please join person cursing.
Yeah, I remember like
safety.
just like there are cultures, you know, that like punk rock scene and like rap kind of had that energy of like fuck you, we're the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being younger being like, how much further can we go? Like, you know what I mean? We've already been like spit at you, fuck you, like how much worse and like more fuck you can you get? And the answer is not. We're swinging back the other way.
Yeah.
The pendulum we push so hard that way is coming back for us, and it's gonna fucking wipe us all out.
Generations do that though, right? Like, kind of go against.
The grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the grain before, I guess, was like fucking being mean to everybody.
You're right.
Roasting.
Yeah.
Roast battles.
Yeah, but people are still mean. That's the thing. Like, people can want to like act like they're for like the advancement of a gender, you know, of like a misrepresented like women or trans, but they can also still be rude. Like they're rude to women and like, yeah, it's. I just
talking
feel like,
about Caitlyn Jenner.
yeah, you know what? I am. I didn't want to have to dance around this. No, I just think it's hard to like, whatever happened to judging people on individuals? Like every category, we keep picking a category, and every category has shitheads that fuck shit up. Mm-hmm. So it's like, just fuck shitheads. I think that's my motto. Fuck shitheads.
I think that's the goal, is to be like, we can judge everyone as an individual, but too many people still have like prejudices to the point where it's like we need equality before we can start judging individuals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
because that's the ideal is like, oh, you're a dickhead, but it doesn't matter how you are
Because
like,
you're white.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter like every like demographic thing about you, but there's still so much inequality for race and gender.
Yeah. So what do we do about that?
Yeah,
Tony?
let's solve it.
Are you okay with solving it on the
I think we
regular episode?
should. Yeah, I think we should do it on the Patreon.
Okay.
Solve social justice.
Yeah, tune in. We're gonna solve it.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
I guess you guys are going to have to, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, regular fans.
Yeah. But if you support social justice and you want to hear about it, just be a Patreon of 3 Italian people.
Yeah, we're going to figure this thing the fuck out, huh?
Yeah. I'll identify as Italian for the purpose of this.
Are you not any part Italian?
No, the name Zavala is a Basque name of origin. But a lot of conquistadors, I guess, were Basque because it's very common in Mexico.
Damn, so you're the descendant of, like, actual rapists.
I guess.
Isn't everybody?
Like, yeah, that's like most.
I'm probably not.
European Americans.
Yeah, okay, I, by rapists, I guess, yeah, everyone is a descendant of rapists. I take that back. Sorry, everyone.
I guess conquistadors.
But conquistadors
from Spain,
raped native tribes.
They were pretty bad.
They made a race
Yeah.
that the name comes from being the product of rape. Like mestizo?
Mestizo.
Mestizo?
Yeah.
That just means your people really had an unfair pregnancy.
Yeah, I don't think that was the idea behind the name. But
What did it mean?
mestizo? I don't know. I think
It means
it's
half native, half conquistador.
right. So I guess you can make some logical assumptions. The same way Jim Carrey was on Hesby Street. Mestizo means.
Well, no, let's go back to the topic that we're discussing here
Yeah.
before we try to loop in the Truman Show paradox.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they pushed the, like, oh, it's love agenda earlier than the movie Pocahontas on Disney. You know, like John Smith and Pocahontas, they didn't fall in love.
I don't know anything about the real Pocahontas and real John Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Are they real
honest.
people?
Yeah, they're real.
Yeah.
But nothing like the movie.
Yeah.
I think she was like a trading token, which is like pretty traditional as far as like tribes go. It's like, I'm giving you the grace and the most respect I can give you. It's almost like a peace offering. Like, here's my eldest daughter. It's how like kingdoms worked back in the day, right? Like, my princess will marry you and will end the war between our tribes or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one universal across human civilization, is that women are not respected as people. They're just used as trading tokens.
Well, it depends on how you frame it, because I would say the women grant the most peace, right?
Yeah.
This woman is like more sacred than an olive branch.
Yeah.
Take her, and we all get to live.
I mean, you want to talk about objectifying.
I was born in the wrong time, man. I was born in the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like family members that, you know, in Morocco, like married off as like a family contract. And I think they believe that, at least to some extent, that there is like beauty in that. Beauty in like not just a marriage out of love, but a marriage out of an agreement between families. Like, it's a, you know, like some people see marriage as like the crazy, like you, me in a relationship with God, right? Which is like, is God in our marriage? You know, a lot of people do that.
Yes.
There, it's more like my family and your family are coming together with like these two prized children of ours, which doesn't seem fair, I think, from our perspective, right? Because like out here, we believe you marry out of love. It's between the two of you. No one else should matter.
Yeah.
But I think people do believe there's something to be said about families coming together, you know, and like the marriage being like the spit handshake. of a family becoming one family.
But didn't they like also marry into their same family? So
Who's
it's like,
they?
like people back in the olden
Royal
days would
families,
just
for
like
sure.
marry
Oh.
their own. Like they wouldn't be allowed to marry outside of their family, so they're just marrying family. And they're like,
Dude.
now we're a bigger one
Yeah.
family.
I hate to say it, but it's not just old days. My family now. Not kidding. They get some keep it in the tribe. Not a lot of branches. Certain parts of my family.
Kind of like more of like a bamboo.
It's like it's like a palm tree, really.
Yeah.
But probably
The
like
answer, does DNA mutate? Yes.
quite often.
So like me finding out my grandpa and grandma are siblings, I'm like, I'm an X-Men. No, it happens in my family. My grandma constantly pushed on me that like when I hit my teenage years, she wanted to take me to Morocco to marry a cousin. And my mom was like, no, like we're not even teaching you what she's saying anymore.
Yeah.
Language barriers going
Learn
up right
English.
now. Yeah. But she really wanted to do that. And I have an aunt who married her when I was in Morocco. I was at their wedding. She married like a somewhat distant cousin. Actually, maybe first cousin. And they have a daughter who's like healthy and fine and like probably the brightest child in our family, which hurts. But it's seen as a respectful
No,
thing.
I think I totally understand like how it is like sometimes necessary. Is like sort of like just to keep the wealth in your family.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to like trust people
Yes.
outside of your family. And so
Yes.
it's like we're not going to give you away to like those people.
Absolutely.
Which is like probably a form of racism, but it's like it makes sense.
Right.
You want to be safe.
The intent is protection.
Right.
Yeah. I actually have a cousin who fell in love with a woman in Morocco, and he was getting ready. I think he was going to school in France. Like, you know, he's like a smart finance guy, and he wanted to marry her, and her dad said no. He forbid it because they aren't closely related enough. Like this guy isn't from our tribe, but it's like he's from our zip code, you know, like, and they called it off. She couldn't do it, which was like, it broke my heart. Like love
Romeo and Juliet.
didn't win. I know. And I think now he's married with another woman and they have kids, and she seems very
He's
happy.
so sad.
He seems very happy, but I wonder if part of him must wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should spark that curiosity in him.
Should we get the Hesbos to
Break apart
rally?
his, marriage.
To rally and just send hate mail to that evil temptress. She didn't even do anything wrong. She just fell in love with him second.
Yeah. She's like, from Hesby Street.
She's like, who's this? That's no Hesby Street. That's no ya.
Yeah, if I started getting random hate mail, I would. I might consider listening to it and meeting their demands.
Would you?
I don't know if I got random hate mail from
Note to self.
some podcast
For
that I never
real.
heard of.
You would change
Emily's about
your
to start-
ways.
Emily's about to start cooking up some burner accounts.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, let's say you get.
Hey, this person, real person baseball fan. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Let's just say you got inundated with thousands of emails and some letters of hate mail
What kind of hate?
asking you to saying that you broke apart a love
Oh.
and asking you to leave who you're with. Not asking, demanding.
Yeah. I feel like
So
it would
they
just
can
make
be-
our love that much hotter. It's
Yeah.
like the world forbids it, and here we are still loving each other.
Right.
That's
That would
like
be a good
more
argument.
passionate.
But I'd probably be like, honey, do you know anything about this hate mail that I'm getting? Does this ring any bells for you?
No.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the person and say, what's going on with this? Why does everyone hate me?
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable reaction, Tony, to hate mail. To unexpected hate mail. Let me get this straight. So you receive hate mail out of
Yeah.
the blue.
Right.
And your reaction, to the shock of many, is, what's going on? Why does this person hate me?
Yeah.
You are one of one.
But I'd probably just listen to it.
and abide by it.
I would meet their demands. I wouldn't be a good negotiator.
Emily, so you know how strong Tony's love for you is. He's one hate mail letter away.
Several.
Oh, several.
So, like how many?
12?
At least a couple dozen.
So Emily will never have to break up with you directly. She just has to make 24
I'll just
ghost
ask
accounts.
24 fans to send you.
They can't just be all email. At least a couple letters. But email plus letters.
So now she's going to have to like write with the other hand.
Yeah.
So that it looks like...
What if they weren't like hate as much as they were just like, Tony, you need to vacuum more?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Like, what the hell, man? You never do chores.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how good you got it with her.
Yeah, I would say I was raised in a non-disciplined household. I don't do chores.
Do you ever jump
I
in
just
if
do
someone...
things.
Some people say, like, maybe mean shit to you, right? Like, because you have, like, hell of viewers and followers, right? Sometimes people say disrespectful things.
Yeah. Comments and
Does
stuff.
Tony ever jump in and go, hey, now you better watch it?
No, not once.
Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You know who does, though, is John Smolensky.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, John.
He
He's a
has
good
my
guy.
back.
Dude.
So, John, if you're single,
Yeah, hell yeah.
I will be soon. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's a few hate mail letters away from being all freed up.
Yeah, John, just send me some mail. DM me for the address.
That's dope that he comes to your aid.
No, it was when I posted like my vaccine or whatever, and some crazy lady was like, "I gotta unfollow you now." He like commented on hers and was like, "What are you even talking about?"
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
and my brother and a bunch of people.
Yeah. He actually hasn't come to my aid, but he has told me Hesby Street's better without me. A lot. Like he'll email this. I'm like, dude, I see you copy and pasted.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 a.m. Like, stop. But that's cool that he supports you.
He's really smart. It sounds like.
Yeah, he's
he knows
definitely
what he's talking about.
No, he's resourceful for like a listener. He actually once delivered a horse's head into my bed.
Wow.
I climbed into bed. I was like, that was a good day.
No body.
Nobody.
Okay.
Which I can only deduce from my, I've seen Godfather twice.
Mm-hmm.
That he wants to kill me or something.
Yeah.
It's cool that he supports some of us. Because for me, he said, he texted me, which I never gave him my number. Elizabeth getting out of the car and walking into work.
Wow.
And he wrote, happy life, happy wife, happy life, eh?
I mean, he's committing like a lot of time and energy towards you.
It's
so
cool.
it's like, yeah,
it's
that's
really
cool.
I would say he's my first fan, which is nice. I'm like, look at this.
It's like that movie, The Fan.
It is precisely like Robert De Niro's character in The Fan.
Wait, I've never seen it. Can you recap it?
You haven't
for
seen
me?
The Fan?
No.
Okay.
But
Well,
as Robert De Niro, you gotta.
all right, we'll end
End
it
with a banger.
We'll end it with this banger. Okay, so The Fan is it's Wesley Snipes is basically Barry Bonds. He's
Okay.
a star baseball player for the San Francisco
My
Giants.
favorite baseball player of all time.
Flashy earring, not doing steroids, like the perfect Barry Bonds
Yeah.
impression. And so he's riding around being like, I'm a superstar, baby. I'm the biggest thing in the world, And then his manager is John Leguizamo, who's like, I'm fucking flabbergasted that you didn't fucking do this. That's my John Leguizamo. It's not very good. And then they're cruising around living life. And Robert De Niro's, I think, a knife salesman. He's some sort of like traveling salesman that's in his van driving across the Bay Bridge. And the radio's like, the Giants are looking promising this year. And he's like, you fucking shit. The Giants are they're going to make it all the way, baby. And he's calling into the radio station. He's got like a bobblehead. Like he's a fanatic. And then his job is falling apart. He goes to see his kid. And I think maybe the kid's mom isn't happy with him or something. And he's trying to prove that he can be a decent dad. And then you realize he's crazy. And he can't land a knife sale. And he's in a shitty motel, and he's throwing knives, and there's a cockroach, and he like throws a knife into the cockroach's belly.
Whoa.
And then Wesley Snipes on a rainy day like loses his lucky necklace in the game, or his earring. He's like, my necklace, life's gonna be a little different. They're like, don't worry about it. And then Robert De Niro starts like wanting to be close with him and talks with him once. He's like, hey man, all right, good to meet a fan. He's like, my son's your son's age or something. He's like, oh, that's cool. And then he's like, leave me alone now, And then Robert De Niro's like, hey, I just picked up your son from school. He's with my son. He's like, how do you have my fucking son? Give me my son back. And he's like, I thought we were friends, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, got his knives and shit. And then it ends in the rain for sure, because it's like the 90s. So it's like, it was never about the something. I want to say about money, but
There's a rain delay in the game. So he's got plenty of time.
there's a desperate rain delay, and there's like a guy bringing 2 kids out being like, do you want to see them again? No, it's not in the game, but it ends like near his mansion or something.
That's how it ends?
No, they like, I think it ends with him like maybe saving his son from like being kidnapped by Robert De Niro. Wesley Snipes' son. Okay. Meanwhile, Robert De Niro's son, I can only imagine, is like, my dad's the weird one, right? He's like, we had a fun day, but I think dad scares everyone. So yeah, that's The Fan, and that's
also pretty much the what's the one where he's a comedian or the comedian's comedian?
Punchline.
No.
Late night?
No.
Stand up. It's a stand up term. Live from New York?
Comedy.
It's like the opposite of Joker.
Right.
Like Robert De Niro plays the host in Joker, but
Right.
in his
And that's partially like the reason.
yeah,
It's like
the
a
opening
reference.
act.
I remember his name was like Rupert Pupkin.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to end with more of a banger instead of us trailing off trying to remember what
All right,
this movie's called.
You want to see
Where's your phone? Don't you have your phone on you?
You want me to,
Oh yeah, everyone's got a
Yeah.
phone now.
well, let me do my Robert De Niro in The Fan impression.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
might have done it better than me.
No, well, I'm not going to recap. I'm just going to do my impression of Robert De Niro
In The Fan.
In The Fan.
Okay.
I'm a pretty big fan.
Oh, that's good. I kind of want to run with that. It's like, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
I'm a
Gotta say, I'm a big fan. What are you doing?
I wanted to look up the movie.
He should have killed like a Dodger. You know, it wasn't like he doesn't get how fandom works.
Yeah. He's like, you want to help me? You know how tight this pennant race
I
is?
think his whole thing in The Fan is like he'd run into Wesley Snipes in these like sketchy situations. Be like, I thought we were friends.
Yeah, this sounds exactly the same as
Robert De Niro's
Robert
performance
De Niro's
in
I'll tell you what.
acting,
I'm going to his.
the story, the plot.
I'm going to his IMDb
in-
page, and there's a lot of things he's
Raging
known
Bull.
for. Yeah, there's a lot of things he's known for more. Although this is kind of.
No,
Alright,
the
we gotta
comedian.
end it
What's
like
that?
now.
No,
Oh, the
he's
comedian.
no, it's not.
No.
Because he was in another movie
No,
called The
it's
Comedian.
not in his.
I love stand up.
Filmography. I gotta go through his
Oh my
filmography.
God.
Let me guess.
Go
I've
faster.
never seen it, but is it like this? Is he like this? Book me.
No, he's
me.
not even a famous
Comedian?
person or a comedian.
He just
he's
wants
in
to
He
be on
just
the show.
pretends to be.
He wants to be the host. He wants to be Johnny Carson.
So would he go like this? Watch. Wild and wacky stuff.
The king of comedy.
King of comedy. All right, guys, that is the most satisfying
Oh my
ending
God.
we can
Sorry,
provide.
Torio.
For all the people that knew it, I'm sorry.
Good on you. John Smolensky's going to kill me now for sure. Love you, John.